In today's video, we're going to climb up a steep canyon for some amazing views of snow-capped mountains and alpine lakes. And we're going to take a shortcut down. This is the Bloody Canyon to Lower Sardine Lake hike. Hi, my name is Peng. I am a photographer and I am a travel addict. And recently, I hiked up Bloody Canyon just outside of Yosemite National Park in California. The trail started at Walker Lake Trailhead, about 10 miles southwest of the town of Lee Vining, of which 4 of those miles are on unpaved forest roads. We did this hike on May 15, 2022, and as of recording, this road was in pretty good shape. What you see here is probably the roughest part, and there are always a line you can pick to drive around large rocks. So a typical two-wheel drive crossover should have no problem reaching here. There is a really large parking at the trailhead, so I suspect this is a very popular area in the summer. We started the hike with a short climb to a ridgetop.
Oh, look at this. The roots. Pretty awesome. Oh, that must be Walker Lake. Wait, why are we going down? I don't like this. It means coming back, we're gonna have to climb up.
In fact, we ended up going down 425 feet to the lake level.
Still going down.
At least there's a great view the entire time. At about 0.4 mile, you will come to a junction with an easy to miss sign. The trail to Lower Sardine Lake turns left from here. The grade also gentles out, and there are numerous places with access to the south shore of Walker Lake. I imagine this is as far as some people will go, and this lake looks like a great spot for some fishing. But we continued on. Soon we crossed Walker Creek, the inlet to Walker Lake.
Very nice. Nice wide bridge too.
At the 1 mile mark, there is another junction. The trail right will take you back to the north shore of Walker Lake and eventually a forest road. If you're wondering why you can't just drive to Walker Lake, I'll talk about it more later. We continue left through a pretty flat and wooded area. This was probably the easiest and least interesting stretch of the hike, so let's talk about the trail itself. This hike to Lower Sardine Lake, which is as far as we plan to go, is approximately 6.6 miles long out and back, with an elevation change of 2,400 feet. But the Bloody Canyon Trail doesn't stop there. You can continue on to Upper Sardine Lake and into Yosemite National Park over Mono Pass. You can even access Parker Pass from here if you're going on a multi-day backpacking trip, or if you can't get a Mono Pass permit from Yosemite. Just be aware that there is no camping between Mono Pass and Parker Pass, and going this way in versus Mono Pass is going to be a lot more difficult. At 1.2 mile, we officially enter the Ansel Adams Wilderness. And soon after, the trail began a moderate climb along Walker Creek. As you gain elevation, don't forget to look back.
Nice view of the lake here.
Yes, those are private houses you see at the end of Walker Lake. which, as far as I know, is why you can't drive and park at Walker Lake if you want to access this trail, because that is private land. If you know otherwise, please comment below and let me know. Since the trail follows the creek, access to drinking water is never an issue. There are several creek crossings along the trail, and on that day it was nothing difficult. But this is a very dry year in Sierra Nevada, so the water level was pretty low. You should still check the creek crossing condition before you go. Still, this was May, so snow started to appear on the trail above 8,500 feet. And after 10,000 feet, trees thinned and the dramatic canyon wall started to come into view. There were some surprisingly steep sections as we got higher. The snow didn't help, but at least the climb was short. Here you can see some shrubs got pushed down to the ground by the weight of the snow. Not surprising considering snow can weigh as much as 20 pounds per square foot. Just below the final climb, I was surprised to see a waterfall that I never knew existed. It's hidden behind a rock overhang, so it's not visible unless you're right next to it.
Almost there. Lake is just beyond us.
Further up, we met the largest patch of snow up to that point. Believe it or not, I don't mind snow. In the summer, this part would just be a series of switchbacks on loose talus. But because of the snow, we were able to take a shortcut and go straight up by kicking steps. That reminded me of something. As I've mentioned, trail conditions change all the time. Have you done this trail recently? If you have, I would really appreciate it if you could post a comment below on the trail conditions you encountered and the date you hiked it. I think it will benefit everyone if we can crowdsource up-to-date trail conditions. Thank you in advance. Reaching the top of the climb, I had very high expectations for a dramatic review of Lower Sardine Lake.
Wait, where's the lake? Ah. I thought this was it. I guess it's beyond that. So, almost there.
At least this last part was long and meadow with very little climbing. And I couldn't complain about this view, could I? Finally, we reached the stunning outlet of Lower Sardine Lake.
Well, here we are at Lower Sardine Lake.
Time to relax and enjoy the view. Lower Sardine Lake was as far as we went on this hike, but at the top of the ridge where the arrow is pointing is the Upper Sardine Lake and Mono Pass beyond that. I've actually been to Upper Sardine Lake back in 2016, but I hiked it from the Mono Pass side. Here you can see the view of Mono Lake from just beyond Mono Pass. Here is the Upper Sardine Lake. And from the edge of Upper Sardine Lake, here's a view of Lower Sardine Lake, which is where we're at right now, and Walker Lake just beyond. This was taken on a cloudless summer day. There are more clouds today, but it's actually great for time lapse. If I'm taking a time lapse for work or for stock video, I will use a tripod. But for this hike, it's so short and I just didn't feel like carrying all that extra weight. So there's the tripod. After the time lapse, we started heading down, but not before I spotted something interesting. This is so cool. See, the creek goes underground from here. It just stops. Make sure your phone is not in your pocket. Remember when I said I actually don't mind hiking when there's snow? This is another plus side of that. When you're going downhill. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. After retracing our steps back to Walker Lake, we began our final climb. I'll be honest, it was a pretty steep climb. Good thing it's short. Whew, there it is. That's the tree at the top of the ridge. And we're almost back at the parking. So that was it. That was the Walker Lake / Lower Sardine / Upper Sardine / Mono Pass trail. We only went up to Lower Sardine Lake, but it was still a very nice hike, except for the climb at the end. But anyway, thank you for coming along for the hike. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumb up. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe and ring the notification bell. I will see you next time.